Razabani for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. I'm delighted to have with me here in Fresno, Charley Sheehy. To make sure I get the second name absolutely right. Charley, firstly, how are we doing?
I'm doing good. Just got down here in Fresno, and I'm ready to make this way and get my fight.
It seems like you've been waiting a little while for this, but it's finally here. It's the time you make your debut. So all that sacrifice, hard work you've been putting in over the years, this is the moment on Saturday night, and it takes place on a huge card with Mikey Garcia right at the top.
It feels amazing, honestly. I've been thinking about my debut since I started boxing. I used to, think about what card I would be on and where it would be, and to have it on this kind of platform feels amazing, and I'm just ready to showcase my skills to the world.
Charley, it's the first time I'm interviewing you, first time I've met you as well. So just tell us a little bit about yourself, of how your kind of career or path in boxing started. Who were the ones that you looked up to as you were coming into this journey into boxing?
So I actually got into boxing when I was younger because I was always a very athletic kid. And so when I was younger, I used to get frustrated with other teammates of mine that weren't as athletic as me, so it used to make me mad. So they brought me to the boxing gym to kind of humble me in a way. But it was just like a sport where everything was on me, and I kind of liked it that way. So once I started competing, I just fell in love with it, and winning the belts and trophies was just it just gave me something to look forward to every day. So I just continued to do it and stuck with it. And when I was younger, I didn't really know too much about boxing, but as I stuck with it, I started to learn more. I started watching fighters. I watched a lot of Mayweather and Pacquiao, because those were the two top guys when I first got into it. And then I started looking at older fighters like Sugar Ray Leonard and Roy Jones Jr. and now Canelo, and just watching those guys, I've learned to take pieces and skills from them and try it out.
In America, you're blessed that you have many other sports: basketball, NFL, NBA, etc., etc. Boxing's not probably even in the top 5 here in the United States of America. So why boxing?
It's like I said, it's just the thing of where it's just all on you, and it just it gives you that confidence, and it's just the feeling of winning is just you can't beat it. You just feel on top of the world when you're in that ring. It's just my life at this point. I've just been doing it for so long that I just fell in love with the sport.
What division would you be campaigning at?
I will be campaigning in the lightweight division, 135.
We all know about the 135 division in the past. We know about the current 135 division. It's a stacked division with some great names and some great champions, mainly Teofimo Lopez, who holds majority of the belts, along with Devin Haney. But when you look at these fighters, Teo, Devin, Ryan, even Javante, they're all very, very young still. So do you feel like eventually you could catch up in time and mix it with them eventually, maybe 5 years down the line?
Absolutely. Like you said, Devin and Ryan, they're both my age. I grew up in the amateurs with those guys. The only difference was they decided to turn pro when I decided to keep, because we were all a year short for the 2016 Olympic run, so we weren't allowed to. So they decided to turn pro right there, and I decided that I wanted to keep chasing that dream to be an Olympian. And so I do have some catching up to do, but I do believe that I'm on the level with those guys, and now I just need to show the world that.
So if you've been around them, did you obviously spar them and stuff like that during those days?
Yeah, me and Ryan actually fought each other when we were 10 years old in the championship at the Desert Showdown, and I beat him. So it's just funny now that he's so big now. But me and Ryan are cool. We were on the Silver Glove, JO teams our whole career, and I sparred with Devin when we were younger too, 15, But me and Devin were always one weight class apart in amateur, so we never competed against each other.
See, the card is stacked with some great names, but to make your debut on this card, as I said earlier, must be a good feeling to showcase your skills, and I'm sure you'll have some fans come out to support you.
Yeah, it's really cool actually. I got a lot of former Team USA teammates fighting on this card too, and Mikey Garcia, who's like a superstar in this sport, one of the guys that I watched a lot coming up and like looked up to pretty much. So yeah, and like you said, it's a couple hours away from my hometown, so a lot of people that like friends and family that have never been able to come and see me fight or get to come now, and I'm gonna have a lot of support and I'm ready.
Charley, you'll be obviously live on DAZN here in the United States of America, but also in the UK. This will be shown to hopefully the UK audience. So for the UK fans who will be tuning in on Saturday, because the show does start a lot earlier than it normally does with US shows, have you got a message?
You know, to all the UK fans out there, I hope you guys keep an eye out for me. Hopefully I could come down there and compete there one day. And yeah, I just look forward to putting on a show for everybody.
Charley, we wish you all the best on Saturday night. I'm sure we'll catch up after your win. Charley Sheehy for IFL TV, thank you very much.